Hey, good peoples. You are stepping into Stoopside Sit Down Podcast. We are a new breed of conversation shift changes because everyone has a story to tell. And what better place to tell it than right here with us on our steps, your story. Let's share. Microphone check 1, 2,
What?
3, 4.
Mm-hmm. 1 2 1 2.
Fap,
One
fap,
two
Okay.
one
fap.
two.
Welcome to Stoopside Sit Down Podcast. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Yeah.
I am Tyga, and I am here with my fabulous co-stars.
I'm a bad
Let's get
habit, the
it.
one you love to love. So
Just Tosh.
City
And we
Boy
have our
P.
peoples.
City Boy P.
Here we go. And we
See boy
call him
Pete.
City
Mama
Boy
jumped the
P.
gun.
He is part of the City Boy P Associate. He's a part of the City Boy Association Committee
Yep.
because he's
All the city
Mm-hmm.
boy
always
P's
talking
out
about
there.
city boys are
And
up
we up.
a hundred
Yep.
We up a
thousand,
hundred
10,000,
thousand.
Yep.
whatever,
We up 100,000.
whatever the amount of money. He always talking about that jazz.
Yep. City boy P to all the tri-state area. This goes out to you. Tune in.
She said tune in.
I'm done.
Yeah, funny.
There's a lot out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
And
funny.
I'm only covering the tri-state. I ain't even talking about USA and global. We're only talking about the tri-state.
Let's just cover the tri-state for now. Let's just focus on the
Just
Oh
tonight.
tri-state.
Yep.
man.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yo, that is so funny. Well, welcome,
Yeah.
City Boy P. Welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Appreciate y'all.
to today on our verbal roles, we are going to be speaking about a very common topic: baby mamas, baby fathers, boundaries, and privileges. And we know there are healthy co-parenting that exists, but it takes so much time to get there.
Mm.
Like, for example, you have co-parents where the lines get blurred very easily when the two are not together because the baby father feels like he can come over, same as the baby mama. She feels like she could come over anytime, call at any
Mm-hmm.
hour. And so we want to get into this topic, this real life situation on the boundaries and privileges. Like, are they automatic? what what is a privilege, what is a boundary, and who actually gets to decide that? So let's get into this real life situation.
Mm.
I'm gonna let the
Why you
ladies
come
go
so close to the
first.
camera, just Tosh?
You ain't hear, you ain't hear the knock?
Oh.
Yeah, 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 I ain't hear the knock? I'll do it again.
Yeah. That's
Everybody,
crazy.
everybody know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
What's that knock?
That means, I can come right in. I got privileges. I pay the
Oh.
Nah,
bills.
we
The
don't we
baby
don't
need
knock when we got
pampers.
we
You're
don't
not
knock
gonna
when we got
know?
access. No
Okay,
no no
all
no
Oh,
no
you
right.
no
don't
no.
knock
Not
when
when
you
we
got
got
access?
access.
So
When we
what
got access,
happens?
we don't knock. We got a
So
key.
so the knock is
We
for the
just open it and walk
boundaries.
in.
Oh,
The knock is for the
okay.
boundaries. If there's boundaries
All
set
right.
up,
Well, shout out to
that's when
them.
we knock. There we go.
But when
I
you
can
have
respect the
access,
boundaries.
you saying
Mm-hmm.
when you have access, you don't knock because you have keys. That's what
There
you
is no
said.
knocking.
All right,
There
so
is
let's
no knocking when you
discuss.
have
What
access.
do you mean by access?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's go ahead. Please explain.
Well, well, dependent on the agreement between the two adults, depending on the situation too, because this is all situation based. So
Mhm.
um if the person that's trying to access whoever's personal space is providing for that personal space, I feel like then they should have full access to that personal space. If they're providing for that personal space, meaning paying rent on the house that the person is living in, then that person should have access to be coming inside the house when they want, if they're paying for that person to live there. But again, that's dependent on the kind of agreement that the two adults have.
When you say access to the house,
Mm,
Hmm.
mm,
what are you accessing? Because aren't you going there for the kids? So what do
mm,
you
if
like
I
meaning
if
like
I if it's a house that I'm paying for and I'm going to see my kids, um, I don't feel I do feel like I should announce when I'm coming, but I shouldn't be denied access to come in. I should have 100% access to come in, especially if I'm paying. That's how I feel. There are certain
mm,
situations where the man, there are certain situations where the man is paying for the house that the woman lives in with the kids. And I don't feel like that man should be denied access when he wants to come and see the kids. He should ask, he should make his presence known, like, listen, I'm coming by to see the kids, but I don't think he should be denied, especially if he's paying. I don't think he
so
should be denied access.
so is that so can we have like can you see your kids at other places that necessarily that you don't always
mm.
have to be accessing the property? I understand that you're paying for stuff, you know what I'm saying, but it
Hmm.
almost feels like you kind of like like
Mm,
because I got the bag, you know what I'm saying, like you holding this over that person, you know what I mean, like
Well, not
because I'm paying for.
well, not necessarily. Hmm. I'm listening.
I'm just saying, like, because you keep saying I have access to the house. Okay, yes, you're taking care of the bills in the house, but you don't necessarily have to go to the house to see your kids. You can go see them at the basketball game. You can go see them at the football game. I'm not saying that you
That's
won't
true.
never have no access to the house, but just the way
Hmm.
that you kind of make it seem is like, because I have the bag, like I could just, hey, I'm coming to the crib tomorrow. I want to see the kids. Whether she says no or not, it's like I feel like you'll pull that card. Like, listen, girl, I'm paying for all of this. Like, I
Mm,
understand you might be busy, but I'm coming to see the kids then tomorrow. If you know what I'm saying, that's the kind of vibe I feel like you're giving off a bit.
mm,
And the reason why I give off that vibe is because me personally, I feel like if I'm paying for the house that you live in, it should be something temporary, right? If I'm permanently
Okay.
paying for the house, if I'm permanently paying for
mm,
this house, I feel like that's delusional. I feel like that's a delusional expectation of a woman that a man should
mm,
be paying for the house that she lives in if he doesn't live. That's delusional. So if you want
mm,
to be delusional like that, I could be delusional as well. Meaning, when I want to come over there, I'm gonna come over there because this is the land that we live in. That's the reality of it. If you want to be delusional and say I'm going to pay this forever, then fine. Then I have access forever because that's not reality right there. I shouldn't be paying for it
So,
forever. But if we're going to have that kind of agreement, then you got to understand what that kind of agreement comes with.
so you
That's how I
saying
look
in
at it.
temporary, if you because you said temporary versus permanent. So if it's temporary,
Yes.
that means that you wouldn't access
Yeah.
like if it's
No,
temporary. Say if
because
it was
you,
like 6 months, you wouldn't come over. You wouldn't do all of that.
I wouldn't access it. No, I wouldn't do all of that because you may be in a jam. You may be in a situation to where you're like, yo, can you hold me down for a little bit? You have my kids. So naturally, I'm going to want to hold you down. I'm talking about the women that feel entitled, that say, I have your kids, so you should be paying for this. It's like, all right, cool. That's a false sense of entitlement. So when you have that kind of entitlement right there, that's delusional land. So you got to know, when you're in delusional land, the rules are different over there. You know what I'm saying? In delusional land, when I'm paying for everything, I can access everything, whether you got a boyfriend or not, because we all delusional here. That's how I look at it.
And this can be switched. So for you, if it was something happened, God forbid, and you was
Mm-hmm.
down on your luck or whatever like that, and your baby mom is like, don't worry, you the father of my kids, I got you. You can go ahead and stay in the
Mm-hmm.
penthouse that I have, till you get
Mm-hmm.
on your feet. But I got
Yes.
access. That's that's a
As a
go.
man, let me tell you something.
Oh, here
First of
we
all,
go.
as a
Come on,
man,
it's a yes or
the
no.
Yes or
no,
no?
no, I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. As a man, if I'm gonna allow a woman to do that for me, I gotta give her access, 100%, because that's crazy. That is crazy as a man to be down. Not saying that you shouldn't depend on a woman when you're down. Yeah, but remember, I said in a temporary situation. If I'm down temporarily and you holding me down, don't say, "Oh, I got access because you holding me down temporarily." But if I say to you, "Yo, listen, I don't want to pay for rent.
Mm,
You're
mm, mm.
rich. You're my wife. You're rich. I want you to pay my rent because I gave you a kid.
You're
I
my
want you to pay
wife.
my rent forever." No, no, you're my ex-wife. You're my ex-wife, but we got kids together. But you're super
Mhm.
rich. Paying for my rent will be nothing for you. We got kids together. Hold me down like that. If you say, all right, I'm gonna hold you down, but listen, I get to come over there whenever I want. Yo, bro, I mean, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, I'm asking you to pay my rent forever. Forever. I don't want to pay rent anymore. That's delusional. That's
I mean,
crazy.
I will just a little bit agree with when you break it into the whole forever thing. No, I'm not. I don't think it should
But
be a
some people,
forever.
but here now, let's switch the roles back. There are
Hmm.
women that feel like because I had a baby with a rich nigga, he should be
Hmm.
doing that for me.
That
Yeah,
is true.
Hmm.
I
There
agree
are
with
women
that.
that
They
feel
do.
like that.
They do feel like
There are
that, and they
women.
feel like they should continue to stay on that status. They don't know how to live
Exactly.
under their means. And I do agree with City Boy
Because
P, but
he's rich. Because he's
because
rich.
he's rich, and so there is an entitlement blurred line, and so
Hmm.
I'm not with the blurred line. I pray that I don't have to be temporarily staying with my ex, because for me, when it's over, I'm getting the hell out of there, and I don't give a f if I'm in a one bedroom.
Everybody laughing in the back.
If I'm in a one bedroom with my children, and I start from scratch, so that there is no access and there is no key turning and there is none of that. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't mind starting from scratch. Okay? But you're right. There are a lot of women out here who there are women and men, but more women. There are women out here who don't want to mess up that lifestyle. So they don't want to give it up. They don't want to they don't want to give up that lifestyle. So
That is true.
they will give access. They don't got a problem, but I
Hmm.
do.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, but what?
What
But
does
the question still remains: what are you accessing? Like,
that's
you know what
that
I'm
part?
saying? Like, so are y'all just smashing here and there,
yep,
because
that's
I
what
can
it
come in when
is.
I want? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like hearing nothing about the damn kid.
Uh, at
That's
all.
true.
It was just
Nothing at
it
all.
was mentioned a little bit. It was mentioned a little bit,
Hmm.
but
Very
after that,
minute.
that went right
Hmm.
back.
Teeny
I'm not
weeny.
just saying directly at you, but just in general, like, it doesn't seem like it's about the kids at all. You know what I'm saying? It's
You,
about
you,
the power, the
you know what it
control,
is? It,
what you're
it
gonna
is the
allow me to
power and the
do.
control.
Hmm.
It's the power and the control, but what brings that bond together is the kids. What gives him that power
Hmm?
is also, I have kids with you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Hmm.
listen, you have to feel locked down to me because we got kids together and I
Huh?
got money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what brings it. That's what makes a man feel like, listen, I'm gonna have access to her because we have kids together.
Yeah,
I
they
have
do.
money plus we got the kids. So the man uses that as an excuse. Yo, we got kids together. You know what I
Right,
mean?
as a
So
power.
of course I'm
Yeah,
gonna
as
have
a.
that access.
As a pawn. And I will say
As a
I
pawn,
Yeah.
yeah,
have
as a pawn.
I have seen
Hmm.
females that straight up feel like, yo, like I'm in a tight spot, and I want to be like, yeah, but when you gonna get it together? Like I
Right,
understand he's your,
Mm-hmm.
your baby father and everything like that, but I mean, like, come on, do something for yourself.
yep,
If something happened to
Mm-hmm.
him, then what you gonna do? Like,
right,
do something for
Right.
yep.
yourself. So I will
Nowadays,
agree with that.
they don't want to get it together nowadays. So
No, you're right.
they
You
really
they
don't want to
right,
get
Mm-hmm.
it together
and that's
nowadays.
the problem. It's the sense of, exactly, the sense of entitlement. So with that sense of entitlement, there's like there are women out here who don't want to, they don't want to go get, because really, when you're
Let
losing that privilege, when you're losing the privilege, that's a hard thing to do, right? When you was
Mm-hmm.
chilling, you ain't have to pay
hmm
no rent, you ain't have to pay no mortgage. Now you got to get up. Now you got to go to work, right? Now you
Mm-hmm.
got to
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing.
so for. Mhm.
hmm
No, go ahead.
When you look at an athlete's ex-wife, right?
Mhm.
What is getting it together look like for her after being with him? You know what I'm saying? That's a tough
Mhm.
road right there.
Right.
Getting it together, because to be
Mm.
honest, getting it together means that you're taking a decrease in income, 1,000,000%.
That's true. Right.
Because when you get it together, you're not going to get it together on $100 million contract. You're going to get it together
Right.
as a regular person making about 120,000 a year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's a whole different ball game. That eh, so getting it together is rough for somebody like that. That's very rough. That's
But you
very
mean to
rough.
tell me
So
that you can't? But even still, because a lot of times you have a lot of women who, got divorced or whatever, and they went below their means. They may not be able to live in the high rise, but they still find a place that's
hmm
comfortable and be okay. So it all
Mm-hmm.
depends on your priority. It all depends on, like I
Right.
said,
$100.
the biggest part is living under your means,
Right.
right?
And you're
So
the
yeah,
one that's dating them.
That's the biggest part, but that's the hardest part as well, coming from that life.
I
That's the
agree.
hardest part, coming from
I
that
don't
life.
I don't disagree with that. I really don't disagree with that.
hmm
But you have to have a choice. You have to make a choice for yourself as to what are you saying. Like I said, for me, if it's over, it's over. So I don't. How am I gonna move on if I'm still in your crib? How
Mm-hmm.
am I, you know what I'm saying? Like how am I gonna
Mm-hmm.
move on? What if I want to move on
Mm-hmm.
and meet somebody
hmm
else? So then you're still
hmm
paying my mortgage? It doesn't go. And then for me, and then again, we're not talking, nobody's talking about co-parenting or anything like that.
hmm
So this is where
No,
for
at
me
all.
it right? Like you guys, like
This whole episode been fucked up kids. Like,
Word. Word.
You're right.
Word.
like I'm
so
saying
Because
about these
yo,
kids, it's
when
go
you're
ahead.
dealing with couples that have money or status,
mhm,
it's sad to say it, but I'm just only going to say the reality. They're not thinking about the kids. They thinking about the
mhm,
division of assets.
right.
That's what they're
I get
thinking
that.
about. The division of
I,
Wow.
assets.
I agree with
It's the.
that.
It's,
I agree
I'm
with that
saying the truth.
100%.
I'm saying the real
No,
truth. They're not really thinking
I
about
agree
kids. They're
with that.
thinking about division of assets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's on that level. So bring it down to the layman people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Us
Yeah.
regular
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
folks that
Okay.
Yeah.
are just,
Yeah.
out here and about, because we the ones that's really out
hmm
here.
Hmm.
We,
Mm-hmm.
we these celebrities could do whatever the hell they really want to do. You know what I'm saying? They know what they
Mhm.
signed up
You're
for.
right.
I always say that shit. I don't care if you married or not. That bitch signed a contract. She know you out here
Mhm.
smashing 2 or 3 bitches behind the scene. Just don't embarrass me. I know
And they
that
still
world is
act
different.
surprised. And they still act surprised. That's what kills me. They
You
still
know what?
act shocked when they catch the guy.
And the
Mm.
dudes
Like, I
still
don't get
Mhm.
it.
sleep with him.
Mhm.
The dudes still,
It
so everybody could be blamed. But for us regular people, you know what I'm saying? What are your
hmm
actual boundaries that you actually do have as
Mm.
opposed to, like what you consider a privilege, if you were separated or divorced or you know, just the baby mother, baby father, whatever that situation is, you're not together. What does that look like for regular folks? Yeah, you might have the bag, but you just still regular folks because we all still working.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
regular folks, when they go through situations like this, it's way more emotional than financial when it comes to regular folks.
Mhm.
There's like, you did this to me, so I'm gonna do this back to you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mhm,
People,
mhm,
That.
rich people, they don't care about, you did this to me. They care more about, like we said, division of assets. But us regular
Right.
folk,
Those.
it they they do stuff to spite each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's,
Mhm.
it's not really about the money. It's really about just spiting the person. It's really about emotions. I don't like this
Right.
person. I don't like what they did to me, so I'm gonna take them to court. I'm gonna do this and
Right.
that just because I don't like them, just because they
Right.
hurt me. You know what I mean?
Right.
They cheated on me, so I'm hurt. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? So that's, it'll be stuff like that. So the
And
boundaries would be a little different. They'll be more
mhm.
emotional based. And the messed up thing about that is that logic gets thrown out the window at that time. No, there isn't any logic when someone's
Mhm.
hurt. You know what I
I
mean? Because
agree.
Mhm.
logically, you're supposed to
Mhm.
think about the kids. You're supposed to think about finances and the kids. But there isn't
mhm.
logic at
Mhm.
that point. It's all emotional. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
Because believe it or
Very
not,
much so.
um, there are cases where a man is doing what he's supposed to do, but still gets put on child support because he hurt the woman, and she just wants a sense of structure. Like, yo, he hurt me, but I want some structure. You know what I mean? He's still, but I want some structure, meaning no matter what, he has to give me this. No more of us having to understand you just because he hurt me. You know what I mean? So emotions come into
Yeah, I
play
can
for
see that.
regular folks.
But then there's a
Mhm. I can
flip
see that
side
too.
too, where you have had
Uh-huh.
where you have like you've had an agreement and the guy has not
Don't keep it.
fulfilled that agreement, right? And
Mhm,
gives money
You're right.
whenever he feels like it. You know what I'm saying? So then what does that leave
Mhm.
the woman to do? You know what I'm saying?
That's why she
And
goes
let's
and
keep
searches for structure. Hmm
absolutely, because let me tell you something, these children are not cheap. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And
You're right about
and
that.
mhm.
You're
they're
right
not
about that.
cheap. And not only that,
Yeah.
I think the biggest piece too about privileges and boundaries is about you're right about the emotional piece. But the part for me is the respect. That's
Mhm,
what I feel like people
Yes.
don't speak on. It's about the respect
Mhm.
and really about the children, because sometimes we have to like get out of ourselves and figure out what is best for the children.
And that rarely happens.
And that
yeah.
it
Rarely.
does
And
because
that's what I
Yeah,
was
it
about to
takes a
say.
lot of
That
time.
takes two mature people. That takes two
Yeah.
mature people to think about their kids first. Most of the time, that's not the case. They're not thinking about the kids first. They're thinking
Mhm.
about the hurt
Yeah.
first. They think about what you did to me first. They thinking about all of that.
It's
Then they
all
think about the
ego.
money. They think about everything else. Then it's the kids. Then it's the
Mhm.
right,
kids after.
right.
Yeah.
So then how can
And
it
it
get
shouldn't be
back to
like
that?
that.
How
But
can
I'm
it
just
get be
speaking
the
on
kids?
reality.
Mhm. Do you
I
know a lot of
Yeah,
men? Do you know a lot of men that are in that situation? In that type of situation where they are focusing on everything else but the kids?
um, no. Most of my guys that I deal with, they actually are active fathers. I don't really deal with guys that are deadbeats because I don't believe in being. I'm an active father, so I don't believe in being a deadbeat. You know what I mean? So most of the guys that I keep around me are really active fathers.
That's
Not
what's up.
saying that they're not in situations, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Mm-hmm.
everybody's situation is different. But I can say that most of the men that I know are active fathers. You may have a few that may not as be as active as others, but
Mhm.
you know, everybody's situation is different because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, for to go to bad habits comment, when we talk about regular people, emotions are like that really drives the situation. So every
Mm-hmm.
situation is different. It could be a cheating situation, it could be a you stole from me situation. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just emotions really drive those boundaries at that point.
Mhm.
But I think you do
And that's the
need
common
to,
denominator. The emotions
Yeah.
driven
yeah.
the situation is
Hmm.
different.
But I think you do need to
Mhm.
set some boundaries so that you could get some privileges. Like you have to respect, like how, just Todd says, like, I need that respect. You know what I'm saying? So respect the boundaries that we have. And
Mhm.
then those extra
Mhm.
privileges will come. I will be more comfortable with then now, because I'm in a situation which you call and be like, yo, I'm coming by to come see the kids. I'll be like, all right, you know, yeah, he's paying for everything, but there's a respect level here. You respect the boundaries that I have. You know what I'm saying? We both doing separate things. Right now is not a right time. All right, well, I get it. When you want me to come by? When is the best time for you? That's when privileges come.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Those extra calls and
Mhm.
extra weekends you can have the kids, or you know what I'm saying, you want to switch a weekend or whatever the case may be, but no boundaries, like you said, because of emotion and how we just generally deal, that eye for an eye. Like you have me out here fucked up.
Mhm.
You're not going to rest.
Mhm.
We have that out there, us regular folks. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's crazy though,
Mm,
because that no respect is something that needs to be like spoken about, because a lot of times you just see people, like you said, being because of emotions. It's like, I could do it, but you can't. And it's like, so how is that
mm-hmm,
gonna
Mhm.
work? How is that gonna work when you have children? So if you're calling me, no, I'm not picking up. You know what I'm saying? If you're
Mhm.
acting up, if
mm-hmm.
you're cursing me out in front of the kids, all of that, it doesn't work. The co-parenting won't exist. The
Mm-hmm.
privileges won't happen.
That's true.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mhm.
And
That's
I think
true.
a lot of times that's what people are missing the point of, because you can get to co-parenting, you can get to the
Yeah.
privileges, and you can get to the respect factor. But how is it
Mm-hmm.
that you have a girlfriend, but you don't tell me about your girlfriend? Right? Oh, and like I don't need to know, like I don't need to be, but it should be like a conversation to me. I feel like there should be some type of, like, how would you feel if I got a man and then you have no clue about it, or at least the kids are around, the kids are around your new man. You feel some kind of way, right? You would feel like, hey,
Oh,
how is the
ooh,
kid?
that's tough. That's tough.
So
Mhm.
it
You said
is
that's
tough.
I was like the whole head went to the
That's tough.
side.
Yeah,
It doesn't, listen.
that's tough.
That's a whole different topic. But really, what I'm trying to say is, I think that a
Mhm.
lot of times, because of our emotions gets in the way, we
Mhm.
start to now not think about the children and just think about
Mm-hmm.
only ourselves. We become
Ourselves.
Ourselves.
selfish.
A lot of
Yeah.
ego. Mhm.
Too many
And
egos.
the egos get in the way, and it's because I've gotten checked because of my ego, and then not realizing that I'm thinking I'm putting the children first, and I wasn't. So
Mm-hmm.
when you
Mhm.
have
Off
good
of
people around
emotion.
you tell you no, yes,
Mm-hmm.
this is not about the kids, it's about you. Then I have to scale back,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
because
Mhm.
it
Mhm.
needs
But
to
too,
be about the children.
yeah. But too,
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
when that's that piece where those boundaries come in, where you're gonna be like, listen, you're not gonna keep cursing me out
Right,
in front of my house, in front of these people. You continue to do that, it's lawyer time. Like
right,
whatever,
yeah,
whatever the situation is, so that we can get back to a healthy.
right.
It's
That's
something. I'm popping
boundaries.
the trunk
Yeah,
or something. Like you're not gonna just keep cursing me out and feel like you could do whatever, talk to me today.
whatever.
I'm gonna set
Mhm.
boundaries. with you. So
Hmm.
listen, I'm here for the co-parenting because guess what? I'm a bad habit is here for the kids. I'm here for the kids. I don't
Hmm.
need you to like me. I can care less where we really go from here. I will stay cordial, all of that for the sake of my kids. But that's about it. You're going to respect me. If I'm
Hmm.
being I'm respectable, there's always the exception to the rule. We know
Hmm.
that. There's always the hood booger. You know what I'm saying? That want to be out here loud, clapping
Mm-hmm.
his hands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know there's exceptions to the rule, but straightforward, like set those boundaries from the gate, meet those expectations. You're picking the kids up at 5. You come, hi, how you doing? I don't need you to come inside. I don't need you to come on the porch. I don't need you to come on the stoop. I don't need you to do none of that.
Right.
Daddy
Mm.
here. Okay. Love you.
Yeah,
All right,
Mhm.
word.
bye.
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
Listen,
There will be no key
Yeah,
turning.
because that emotion is gonna get.
mm, mm,
We've seen it. It gets people hurt.
mhm.
It gets people hurt, and again, the kids lose, and nobody out here
Yeah.
is trying to teach people how to, have healthy co-parenting. It's just, oh, that's my baby father.
and I feel like the best protection to where you're able to say, hey, listen, stay down there. Here the kids are right here. Is even when it gets rough, don't let that man pay for that house. Or if you're in a
Agreed.
place that
Yeah.
you can't afford, if you're in a place that you can't afford, you need to downsize. You need to understand, yeah, you was with a rich man. You're not with him no more. You got to downsize because you don't want him holding that over your head.
Somebody
You
is
see
Mm.
what I
hearing you
mean?
loud and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
Hmm.
I
if you're
agree with
listening
that.
to this, and if you listening to this, and you felt that knot in your chest, that little sting, that's your sign. Something in your situation needs to change
Yeah.
Word.
because
Hmm.
boundaries aren't punishment; they are protection from old wounds, from old habits, and old versions
Hmm.
Mhm.
of ourselves that can't keep showing up uninvited. Oh my God,
I
we might
agree.
have to come back for like a part 2 for this because there's so much more to unpack.
Hmm.
Yes.
But we do want to hear your feedback on this topic. Are you in a situation where you don't have any boundaries, or do you feel like you have to provide access? And what is that looking like for you? Or if you do have like a healthy co-parenting relationship, what tips can you share to the other ones that don't have that? So
Mhm.
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
could
Please.
DM us at Stoopside Sit Down on Instagram, DM us on TikTok, on our email. You could just fill us in. We are on X. We are on we are on TikTok, stoopsidesitdown.com. Please fill us in with your thoughts, and because we love, 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 love to hear it. And also, we
Word.
have this fire playlist on Spotify that is happening that you just press play and just ride out and vibe out with us. Thank you for joining us, City Boy P.
Word.
Yes.
Pew, 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 pew,
Till next time.
pew.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
Until
part
Um.
next
two. I
time.
can't wait for
Yeah.
part two.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can't wait for it too.
Yeah.
That
Part two,
part.
I'm gonna need you to
Hmm.
sit that ass down the whole time.
I got you.
You know
I
you
got
can't.
you
Uh,
for sure. I went to grab my charger because I'm like, I didn't want this to die on me. So I went to grab my charger.
give you a pass. We professional over here, okay?
I got you.
You need to be
I need
fully
my hoodie. I need
charged.
my hoodie. I need my hoodie. I need a cup.
Mhm.
I need all of that. I need a bunch
I
of
know
merch. So
that's
next
right.
time I want to put a hood on. I want a stoop side hoodie on. I want a cup and
All
everything.
right. All
That's what's
right.
up.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
yeah,
with that.
I feel that.
Need
Shoot,
yo.
let
Cheers.
all let
Mm-hmm.
let all the city boy P's know, or all the city boys
All
of the
all the city boy
tri-state area,
peas. Yeah.
or
She ready.
and the tri
She said all the city boy peas. Like there's a bunch of them. There's only one. The
Nah,
only one,
it's
baby.
a whole bunch. It's a whole bunch of it. I'm
He
referring
said it's
to
a whole bunch.
in the
Oh,
tri-state
man.
area.
Yeah.
In the
So
tri-state.
they're like,
Got
yo,
you.
wait.
Pretty boy
Got you.
minions.
And like,
Mhm.
Got
where you
you.
get that? You be like, you don't know about Stu side? Yo,
Oh, you don't know
you
about
need to
Stoop
tap
Side?
in, lock word.
I'm gonna have a lot of guys tapped in. Don't worry. We gonna turn this up real soon. I'm gonna have a lot of people tapped in for sure.
All right
That's
now.
what's up.
Listen,
Hmm.
we loyal
Thank you
over
for
here.
joining. Thank y'all for watching. Come
Word.
back again.
No
Tell a
doubt.
friend to tell a friend. We could all be here
So we
every,
could be
every, every
friends.
time. I am
Mm.
Tiger,
Yes.
and I am here with my fabulous co-stars.
I'm a bad habit, the one you love to love. Y'all have a good night.
Just Tosh. Good night, y'all.
And the best, save the best for last. City Boy P, 100,000 up,
Um,
1,000.
tri-state area.
Yeah,
Only for now.
I
Only for
can't.
now.
We
Oh.
out, y'all. Y'all